Before Friday the 13th, before A Nightmare on Elm Street, there was Halloween. A film so simple, yet so haunting, it redefined the horror genre. A silent killer, a town gripped in terror, and a legacy stretching across 4 decades, 13 films, multiple timelines, and countless debates among fans. Today, we're peeling back the mask to reveal 40 things you didn't know about the Halloween franchise, from its humble beginnings on a shoestring budget to the latest modern reboots. The original 1978 Halloween was shot in just 20 days with a total budget of only $325,000. Carpenter was paid $10,000, actors wore their own clothing, and props were mostly borrowed. Despite the low budget, it earned over $70 million worldwide, becoming one of the most profitable independent films of all time. The iconic blank face came from a $1.98 Captain Kirk mask. Art director Tommy Lee Wallace widened the eyes, removed the eyebrows, and spray painted it ghost white, creating a faceless, emotionless terror that has haunted audiences for decades. Before the title Halloween, Carpenter's working title was The Babysitter Murders. Producer Irwin Yablans suggested setting it on Halloween night, which transformed the film into a holiday-defining horror classic. Curtis, just 19 at the time, was chosen not only for talent, but because her mother, Janet Leigh, was a horror legend. Carpenter wanted this casting as a nod to horror royalty. Curtis became the definitive final girl, a role that defined her career. Carpenter scored the film himself in just 3 days using a simple 5/4 rhythm, creating a minimalist, heartbeat-like sound that became one of horror's most iconic musical themes. Nick Castle performed most of the stalking scenes, Tony Moran appeared unmasked, and Carpenter occasionally filled in for hand shots. Castle earned just $25 a day, yet his portrayal became legendary. Despite the massive success, Carpenter preferred Michael as a mysterious, incomprehensible force. He reluctantly co-wrote Halloween 2, adding the sibling twist, mostly drunk, according to him, but always believed Michael's terror worked best without explanation. The idea that Michael Myers is tied to the ancient Samhain festival was introduced in Halloween 2. Carpenter disliked giving Michael a supernatural origin, believing the killer is scarier as a silent human force. Carpenter wanted to turn the series into an anthology with unrelated stories, each Halloween. Halloween the 3rd, Season of the Witch replaced Michael with a plot about killer masks. Fans were outraged, box office suffered, but the film has since become a cult classic. The eerie opening shot of a glowing pumpkin took hours to light and film. Cinematographer Dean Cundey carefully framed shadows and composition, making it one of horror's most iconic openings. The heavy, ominous breathing we associate with Michael Myers wasn't recorded on set. It was added later in post-production, turning him from a faceless killer into a living, terrifying presence. Rick Rosenthal directed the sequel, while Carpenter returned only for reshoots and to add more gore, a decision he later regretted, feeling it compromised suspense. Original drafts had Laurie dying in the hospital. Carpenter changed this, preserving her character for future sequels and allowing the final girl to survive and evolve. Halloween is complicated. There's the original continuity, Rob Zombie's duology, and the 2018-2022 sequels. Each has different stories, a different Laurie, and a distinct version of Michael Myers. After Scream, Halloween H20 updated pacing and dialogue, with witty references and a nod to horror history through Janet Leigh's cameo. Michael's height varies wildly, from 5'9" to 6'8", altering his menace from stealthy stalker to imposing, unstoppable monster. The Halloween 2 hospital was a real abandoned building. Crew members reported strange noises at night, which added an unplanned layer of authenticity to the horror. The jingle, "Happy, Happy Halloween," was deliberately irritating, mimicking how children would be hypnotized by the killer masks. David Gordon Green ignored all sequels, cults, and supernatural explanations, bringing Michael back to his original terrifying essence, a silent, unstoppable force. Carpenter co-composed the 2018 film score, blending analog synthesizers with modern production techniques, preserving the original theme's chilling simplicity. In the 2018 timeline, Laurie embodies decades of PTSD. Her character shows the long-term psychological toll of surviving Michael Myers, turning her into a symbol of resilience. Zombie humanized Michael, depicting abuse and neglect to explain his psychopathy. Fans debated whether this diminished the mystique that made him terrifying. From minor paint jobs to entirely new molds, Michael's mask changed every film, reflecting the evolving production design and tone. Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing were offered Dr. Loomis but declined. Donald Pleasence accepted, creating one of horror's most iconic mentor characters. The real-life house in Pasadena added authenticity. Its decrepit interior gave the scenes a lived-in eeriness that enhanced Michael's stalking sequences. Inspired by Black Christmas and urban legends, Carpenter perfected the suburban nightmare. Innocent neighborhoods turned terrifying. In the script, Michael Myers is simply the Shape, an unidentifiable, unstoppable force of evil, enhancing the terror of anonymity. After the flop of Halloween III, the fourth film reintroduced Michael Myers in 1988, reminding audiences he's horror's ultimate boogeyman. Danielle Harris played multiple roles across different timelines, bridging decades of the franchise and becoming a fan favorite scream queen. The script wasn't complete during production, forcing improvisation. The Man in Black plotline became a long-running mystery for fans. The producer's cut delved deeper into cults and mythology, while the theatrical version emphasized gore. Both featured Donald Pleasence in his final appearance. Before Clueless or Ant-Man, Paul Rudd appeared in the franchise, a fun piece of trivia for fans. Plans to bring back Laurie's son fell through when actors declined, pivoting the story toward resurrection. Curtis initially agreed to Laurie dying, but returned in 2018 to give her character a proper arc and closure. Ad-libbed by Busta Rhymes, the line became a memorable and fan-favorite franchise moment. The 1978 mask mold was digitally scanned and aged, blending nostalgia with realism. The 2021 sequel is the bloodiest entry, proving the franchise still delivers suspenseful carnage. Carpenter often says only the 1978 film matters. Its simplicity makes it timeless. By focusing on Corey instead of Michael, the finale sparked debate, bold to some, disappointing to others. Halloween didn't just create a killer, it defined the slasher genre. Every October when that piano theme plays, Michael Myers is still out there, waiting. 40 years, 13 films, countless victims. Michael Myers never truly dies. He isn't a man, he's an idea, a reminder that evil waits for the next Halloween night. When you carve your pumpkin this year and hear a faint piano in the distance, maybe he's standing right behind you. If you love this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Which Halloween film creeps you out the most?